Hi everyone, welcome back to our series. Hope you're doing good. This is Mahesh. In this video, we will try to get introduced to our famous two-pointer technique. So, what is this two-pointer technique? So, basically, it is a method where we use two indices, to traverse a particular data structure. Typically, it will be array, or it will be string, or it will be linked list. Okay, so it is useful for problems involving searching, sorting, or optimization. Especially, when it comes to space optimization, we prefer to use this two-pointer technique. Okay, so when to use this two-pointer technique? So whenever the array is sorted and whenever you are looking for pairs or subarrays or palindromes. So in that case, we prefer to use the two-pointer technique. So it is an efficient alternative to nested loops. So basically, if we use nested loops, then our time complexity will be of order n square or n cube, something like that. So whenever we have such nested loops, we prefer to use this two-pointer technique as an efficient alternate for that. Okay, so what are the different two-pointer patterns that are available? So basically opposite ends. So basically one pointer starts at the beginning. So assume this is our linear data structure, something like this. Then our one pointer starts here in the beginning at the start, another one starts at the end. So this is basically called opposite ends, which have start and end pointers. So typical use cases would be like the array will be sorted. There will be a condition given in the problem where array will be sorted. For example, there is a famous problem which we have already solved in our previous video, which is two-sum problem. So there is another version of that particular problem which says, the inputs in this particular array will be sorted. In that case, we will use this two-pointer technique to solve that particular problem. And there is another variant where we have the pointer in the same direction. So both the pointer will be moving towards the same direction. Here what happens? One pointer will be pointing at the start and another pointer will be pointing at the beginning. And this beginning pointer will move towards right and ending pointer will move towards left. So that's how they collide at a point, and that point will be a decision point where we stop processing the data. But in this same direction, this is a famous sliding window technique, which we will see in the upcoming videos. So this is another variant where both, the pointers will be pointing something like this, and both these pointers will move towards right, or they will point at the end, they will move towards left, something like this. So this is another variant, and if you see, this is useful for finding substrings or subarrays and max, min, lengths or counts. So we will see the problems later for this particular sliding window variant. Next one is the fast and slow pointers. So this is very useful in linked lists, basically to detect cycles or to find the middle of the list, So these are few of the variants that we have. And if you see, we have these classic problem examples. So one is the two-sum in a sorted array, so which I have already mentioned. And another is remove duplicates from a sorted array. We will see that later. Reverse a string and container with most water. So these are the few famous problems that use two-pointer technique. And the other one which we should not forget is this palindrome check. Okay, so in this video, we will look into a small example on how to find whether a given string or a number is palindrome or not. So with that, we will try to understand the two-pointer technique. Okay, so now let us consider a string str equal to something like this, ma DAM. Okay, so we want to check whether this particular string is palindrome or not. So when do we say a particular string or a number is palindrome? If you reverse this particular string, which becomes something like starts from M, M, A, D, A, M, and if you see, this is same as our original string. So that time what we say, this particular string is palindrome. This particular string is palindrome. Okay, so let us try to see, or let us try to implement how to find this particular string is a palindrome. So now with that, what you can do, so let us try to look into a small brute force. Let us try to understand the brute force way, how we find this string as a palindrome. So what we do normally, so what I said, we will have to reverse this string and we will have to check if it is equal to the original string. If that is the case, then we say it as palindrome. So then we will do that. So simply what I will do, I will take another variable, reversed string equal to, then what I will do, I will iterate over each character, then I will reverse it. So I'll start from the last character, I will add it, then I'll move to next character, I'll add it, I'll move to next character, I'll add it, I'll move to next character, I'll add it, I'll move to next character, I'll add it. So I got my reversed string. Okay, so now what I will do, I will check if my original str, if it is equivalent to the reversed str, then I will return true, saying that it is palindrome. It is palindrome. If that is not the case, I will simply return false, saying it is not a palindrome. So what we did, first step, we reversed the original string, then we compared it with original string. The reverse string, we compared it with original string. So if you see here, for this, what we are doing, we are taking this extra space, this extra variable, which is of order n. So space complexity is of order n, correct? And time complexity is of order n, because what we do, we take the entire array, we take the entire string and then we travel through it. That's why time complexity is of order n, and space complexity is of order n, because we are using this particular extra space to store the reversed string. So if you see, we have this particular extra space, right? So in the earlier point, what I have mentioned, to optimize the space complexity especially, we prefer to use the two-pointer technique. So this is a brute force way to find the palindrome. Let us try to see the optimal way using two-pointer technique. Okay, so now what I will do, I will take the same string, str MADAM. Okay, so this is my original string. Now I don't take any extra space. Now what I will do, I will take a pointer start and I will assign 0 to it. Then I will take a end pointer. Okay, then I will assign, what I will have to assign, I will have to assign it to the last character. So it means if n is the length of string, and if you consider this first character resides at zeroth index, then last character will reside at n minus 1th index, correct, right? So if that is the case, then our end pointer should point here. So it means it will be n minus 1. So where n is our length of the string. So now what we are trying to do, let's take again this string. Maybe I will M-A-D-A-M. Now simply what I will do, I will put a pointer here. This we can call it as start or left pointer. So anything you can call. I mean, it is of your choice. Then this will be end or right pointer. Okay, I'll point that here. Now what I will do, I will check whether this character and this character are same. So if both are same, then I'll simply move this pointer one level towards right and the end pointer one level towards left. Because if it is a palindrome, then first character will be equivalent to last character, second first character will be equivalent to second last character, and so on. So that's what I'm trying to mimic here. Next pointer points here. So initially the starting pointer was pointing to first character and end pointer was pointing to last character. Now if they are same, then I will increment the left pointer by 1. So if you take the indexes, something 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, now this gets increased by 1. So 0 becomes 1 now, and this gets decreased by 1. So 4 becomes 3. Now again what I will do, I will check these two characters. If they are same, again what I will do, I will increment the left pointer, then I'll decrement my right pointer. Now if you see, they both point to the same character. Correct, right? So now I will stop. So I will continue this process until my left pointer is less than my right pointer. So as soon they become equal, I will stop. So our stopping condition will be when left becomes equal to right. Okay. So let us try to see the same for some other example. Maybe M-A-D-A-N. Okay. In this case, now what I will do, I will start comparing first and last character. So they are not equal. So whenever we find the characters are not equal, simply stop there and return false because they are not palindrome. I mean, that particular string is not palindrome. Okay. So let us try to write the pseudo code for this. So now what I will do, I will take palindrome, or maybe is palindrome is my method, then str is my input. Okay, so now I will take n equal to str dot length. Okay, n gives us the length of string. Now what I will do, I will take a left or start pointer equal to 0, then I will take right pointer equal to n minus 1. Okay, now how to write the loop? Now basically I will use a while loop. This becomes very easy for us to handle this condition. So I will iterate this loop until unless my left is less than my right pointer. Correct, right? Whenever they collide, that time I'll stop. So basically this while loop stops whenever left becomes equal to right. Okay. So with that, what I will do, I will say str, I will check if str of left is equal to, maybe what I will do, I will check for the inequality. So if it is not equal to str of right, then I will stop here and I will return false. Because if any one character also does not match, then it is not a palindrome. So I will simply return false. If that is not the case, then what I will do, I will have to increase my left pointer and I will have to decrease my right pointer by 1. So these two does that and I will close this loop. So when we come out of this particular loop, so that means we never found unmatching character. So if that is the case, then that is a palindrome. So we will have to return. Okay. So this is the pseudocode. If you see here, we almost took only half of the time complexity. So time complexity will be of order n by 2, but eventually we write it as order of n. But if you see space complexity, we are not using anything extra. But if you see the brute force, we used this particular extra, where is that? This particular extra space to store the reverse string, but that is not the case here in optimal solution. So this is how we use the two-pointer technique to optimize the space complexity, basically to optimize the space. Okay, so with that, hope this explanation is clear with respect to two-pointer. Let us try to execute this program and see. So I have created this palindrome.java file, and I have also already created this static void main method. So let us create a method, private method, which returns boolean, and let's call it as is palindrome, and it accepts string, okay, str. Then inside that, let us first get the length of the string. So n equal to str dot length. So this gives us the length of the string. Then declare a left pointer, assign it with 0. Then declare another pointer right and assign this with n minus 1. Okay. Now let us use a while loop, and we will give condition until unless left is less than right, you do this activity. Now what I will do, I will check if my str dot character at left, if it is not equal to str dot character at right, then what I will do, I will return false. Okay. If that is not the case, simply increment the left pointer and decrement the right point. Okay. At the end, if that is not the case, we will have to return true, because we didn't find this particular condition being satisfied. So that means it is a palindrome. Okay. So this way we have implemented this is palindrome method. Now let us take a string str. Let us pass MADAM to it. Now what we will do, we will say system.out.println. Then we will call is palindrome. Then we will pass our string. So we will call it as static method. So now with that, I'm saving this. Let's run and see. So I'm getting a true here because MADM is a palindrome. Now I will simply change this. I will save and run it again. If you see, we get a false. So this is how we effectively use two-pointer technique to optimize the space to a greater extent. Okay, so hope this explanation is clear and you understood the explanation. If that is the case, please consider subscribing to my channel and also like this video, share this with your friends. And if you have any queries or any problem that you want me to solve, you can add that as a comment in the video. Thanks for watching the video.